G'day! Today what we're going to talk about is starting a small business, and I'm going to give you 10 tips about it. And hopefully these are not tips that you've heard millions of times already. Now if you've thought about opening your own business, you might have started looking for advice. There are so many tips for starting a new business out there that choosing which ones to follow can get a little bit confusing. Apart from choosing ours, of course. So what I've learned is the best business advice usually forces you to think in a new way. So what I've done is I've compiled a list of the tips that I've read about and stuff that I've used myself for you to start your own business that you may not have heard, okay? Now, opening your own business is often a learn as you go experience, but the more smart decisions that you make early on, the better chance you and your company have to be successful. If you have an entrepreneurial idea and you would like to start a business, then try these 10 tips. Number 1, answer the question why. You need to be really clear on why you're opening your business. If you understand your motives, if you've got a towards strategy or an away from strategy, it'll help you to create your brand and market your company, and it'll help you keep going when the going gets tough, because you're going to need resilience, because opening a business is not plain sailing all the time. Okay, number 2 is to address all your excuses. Countless people dream of becoming entrepreneurs, but they never do anything about it because they're weighed down with excuses and fear of failure, from, oh, what if I lose the money, to, oh, I don't have the time, or, oh, I can't take on the extra responsibilities. Look, you can make a million reasons for not starting a business. Let's face it, being your own boss is scary. In most cases, new business owners have quite a lot to lose, and they don't have all that much insight into what their chances of success actually are. So worrying about the risks of business ownership is actually quite normal, but excuses only slow you down from reaching your goals. If you really want to start a business, you need to address the reasons you think you can't start a business, and you need to get rid of them. And you need to find a solution to the issues rather than let those issues holding you back like an anchor. Okay, number 3 is to absorb everything. In other words, be a sponge. Listen to what others have to say. Listen to what your friends, your family, experts that you know, even what you are telling yourself. You need to be listening to all of those pieces of advice from every direction. And once you've got them there, then you can start to work out those ideas in your head. You can write things down. You keep notes from the people that you've been talking to. And when you tell people about your startup, have a look at their body language. Do they like the idea, or are they just being nice and really think actually you're going in the wrong direction? Now, you need to encourage the people who are listening to you talk about your ideas to be honest with you. The collective opinion you get from them could be a reflection of how consumers will react. Alternatively, you might have an oversupply of opinion from people who wanted to start their own businesses but never could and were too scared, and so they're passing on their fear to you. So, you need to balance that, okay? Now, don't ignore the power of advice from experts and people who've been business owners, because they really know firsthand what does and doesn't work. So smart entrepreneurs learn from the mistakes that other business owners have made. And quite frankly, that's what Businessmentals is all about. We're taking what we've learned and all of our accumulated mistakes, and we're putting them into step-by-step instructions for people. So number 4, be a solution. Rather than starting your idea with, oh, I think I'll sell this, think about what it's going to solve. It's a lot easier to get a solid customer base when your business is all about fixing a problem. You don't want to be a solution running around looking for a problem, okay? Your startup should actually fill a hole in a certain market or a niche. You should be looking for people who have a problem and then providing your solution. Okay, number 5, keep it simple, stupid. KISS, the old KISS principle. If you're like many entrepreneurs, you've got a business idea and you're ready to run with it, but be careful not to let your concept snowball into something overcomplicated, because you might end up with a very expensive and very elaborate product that actually nobody wants to buy. So you need to try and start small and really narrow down your focus. Learn how to test your business idea. Create a simple quality product or service and then go and test it. A successful business idea should actually fulfill promises to customers and should exceed their expectations. Now, if you aren't there, then you need to do some more work on it before you get started. And cut out all the unnecessary features that kind of water down your offering and cost you money, because as a small business, you don't need all the bells and whistles of a giant corporation right now. What you need is just a really simple, tight idea, and you can add on all the other stuff as you go and as you grow. Okay, number 6 is to count the costs. Once you start to develop your business idea, add up how much it's actually going to cost, and start this from day one, because you're going to need to factor in every business expense which is necessary to launch and operate. And you're also going to have to factor in what profit you want to make out of the business, okay? Now, as luck would have it, we have another free tool which is called the Startup Budget Excel template. And you can get that when you go to businessmentals.com. It's free and you'll find it amazingly useful. And believe me, it'll keep you out of financial trouble. Because what it does is it actually catalogs all the potential costs that you might have in terms of starting up your business. And some of them that are on there, they won't actually be relevant, but at least it gets you into the mindset of thinking about cost. So what you want to do is you want to come up with the best number that you possibly can. Then take that number that you've got and then quadruple it. You know what that means? Multiply it by 4, because I will tell you from bitter experience, you will find that there's all sorts of unexpected costs of running a business around every bloody corner. It's much better to be over prepared and be able to go, oh God, I've got a little bit more money left than I thought, than to be short on funds when the bills roll in and you're going, oh fuck, I haven't got enough money to pay those. So when you're thinking of the costs of starting a business, don't forget about your own personal budget as well. Look at how much money that you're going to need to live, including your rent, your food, your gas, healthcare, and so on. Get all those expenses to the free startup budget plan that I just mentioned earlier, and that way you will be in much, much better shape. Okay, once you've got a handle on all your expenses, then you can start to create a business budget, like how many sales in month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, and so on. Oh, by the way, another free tool, we've got it, businessmentals.com. It's free, it's yours. Just go ahead and download it. You'll find it really, really useful. All right, number 7, okay, I want you to go into a dark place and I want you to imagine yourself with zero money. I mean zero. There's a high probability that this will happen, okay? I've had several businesses not make it in the long haul. I have crashed and burned and I've come close to bankruptcy, but I'm still here because I have unquenchable optimism and a couple of things went right. So I'm a bit lucky, I guess. Look, launching an unsuccessful business idea is a reality for a lot of people. Over half of new businesses fail within the first 5 years of opening. I have to say that I didn't wait 5 years for mine. They were, okay, so I was a bit lucky. I didn't waste all of my money. But how would you handle having no incoming money? It's a good idea to come up with a just in case the worst outcome happens plan. We might find a sexier name than that, but you know what I mean. You might need to get a job on the fly or temporarily live with your parents. And I couldn't because they've been dead for 20 years, so that might be a bit weird. Anyway, you might have to go without comforts. You might have to cut down on the amount of times you eat out or whatever it is. So just figure out how you would get by if your business plan went south. Look at your current sources of income. What do you earn from your current job if you've got one? How long will your savings last if you quit? What unexpected things could mess up your plan? Like, you have a car crash or your central heating breaks down in the middle of winter. Prepare yourself for all the situations that could happen if the business idea doesn't work out. Now, with a bit of luck and the sky pixies on your shoulder, they won't happen, but it's better to be prepared, because there's an old saying that the advantage of a lack of planning is that failure comes as a complete surprise and is not preceded by a period of doubt and anxiety. You want to have a plan. And number 8 is to earn while you build. If you want to start a small business, don't quit your day job just yet. Launching a successful startup is a process. Now you can build your business in stages and gradually transition from being an employee to an entrepreneur. As a new business owner, it's going to take some time to get your income earnings up, okay? So keep your 9 to 5 and keep working on the business during your off hours so that you can earn during those tough first stages. And we will show you how to get clients really quickly so that you don't get this kind of financial boom like this before you build back up. Now, once you have a healthy flow of cash coming in from your own company, then you can look at all the other issues of owning a business on a full-time basis. And number 9 is to speak up about your business. Now, one challenge that a lot of business owners face is they don't know how to sell. And it can be really intimidating to share your business with the world, especially when you're new at it. If you're worried about what people will think about your business, you need to get over it, okay? Just get over it. If you can't convince people to buy from you and support your company, how are you going to make money? You know, if you're not a particularly outgoing person, fake it until you make it. Because if you really want business success, you cannot afford to be shy. You have to be confident about your business and about the solutions that you provide for people. So speak confidently about it, even if you feel uncomfortable for a while, because you're going to be out there marketing and networking constantly. Networking with clients and negotiating with suppliers and payment terms. You've got to be able to communicate. Okay, and number 10, know the legal requirements for starting a small business in your location. Starting a business is exciting, laws not so much. But you need to understand the rules that come with opening a business. If you fail to follow government or state or local regulations, you could end up actually facing very steep fines which wipe out the savings that you've got. So from forming a legal structure to setting up an accounting system, you've got to follow laws. You've got to register the business in the location that you're in. You've got to take care of business-specific tax liabilities. And if you're going to hire people, then you need to follow employer laws. The rules that apply to you will obviously depend on where you are, but if I were you, I would actually talk to a small business accountant as you're setting up your company, because they will know the laws that actually apply to you. Oh, here's a bonus tip. Balance passion with wisdom. It sounds very Confucian, but it's really true. One of the most important ingredients in a successful business idea is passion. Passion will constantly drive you to improve your process as your business grows and give you all that impetus. But that said, don't let the passion take over all your decisions. Passion will move you forward, but knowledge will point you in the right direction. So you need to conduct a lot of market research on your industry, talk to target customers, find out what your business potential really is. Ask experts questions about launching a startup. Reach out to people who are professionals that can help you in certain areas of business, like financial advisors and maybe even lawyers, depending on your location. As your business starts to come together, you need to think about it like driving a car, okay? Your passion hits the gas pedal and it's got all the fuel in the tank, and your mind controls the steering wheel. That way you can be confident about the direction that you're headed, and you can sustain the momentum you need to get to where you want to get to. So there we are. There's 10 fabulous tips plus a bonus about how to start up a business. Now, if you like the topic, we have an upcoming online course that will teach you in detail everything that you need to know about how to get up on your feet and get your business built using your skills from scratch. And the link is in the description. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It'll help support the channel. And if there's anything you'd like for me to talk about, drop them in the comments. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to be part of the notification squad to get notified every time we upload, because I respond to questions in the first hour. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you in the next video, and I'll catch you later.